guess it was that day.
This is the Commissioner meeting of March 25th, 2026 at 6 p.m. at the Sussex County Administrative Center, Commissioner Meeting Room, 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey. Can I have a roll call, please?
Here. Here.
Here. Commissioner Carney.
Here.
Space.
Here. Moment of silence and salute to the flag. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Let's see. Public statement. Pursuant to the Open Public Meetings Act, Chapter 231, PL 1975, adequate notice as defined by Section 3D of Chapter 231, PL 1975, has been made by regular mail and email, such notice being submitted on January 6, 2026, from the Administrative Center of the County of Sussex, located at 1 Spring Street, Newton, New Jersey, to the following: New Jersey Herald, Star Ledger, Strauss News, and is also posted on the bulletin board maintained in the Administrative Center for public announcements and has been submitted to the Sussex County Clerk in compliance with said act. At this time, please mute all electronic devices. Approval of agenda. There will be the following amendments to tonight's agenda. First, executive session will be moved to be held after item 8, public session from the floor on agenda topics only. Second, there are 3 additional topics to be added to the executive session: the Newton Green, labor agreements, and insurance. Lastly, we will be moving item 15G to be voted on separately. And like I said at the first meeting that we had, I was going to keep the executive sessions at the end of the meeting, but in light of transparency, we are going to be taking action tonight, and I would rather take action in the public and not when everyone's out and it's just us sitting up here. So we are moving it, but we are going to get the executive session done quickly so that we can get back out here. But I just wanted everyone to be able to be present when we do it instead of it being at the end. Can I get a motion to approve the agenda as amended?
So moved.
Okay, Commissioner Deputy Director DeGroot, and a second from Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Opposed, abstain. Okay, proclamations, certificates, and presentations. We have a proclamation proclaiming March 8th through 14th, 2026 as MS Awareness Week. And we have Tammy Guazisis. Yeah, sorry about that. We'll be accepting the MS proclamation, and Commissioner Carney is going to read that one.
All right. Whereas multiple sclerosis, MS, is unpredictable, often disabling disease of the central nervous system, affecting nearly 1 million people in the United States alone. And whereas most people are diagnosed with multiple sclerosis between ages 20 and 50, and is estimated 10,000 children live with MS worldwide. The exact cause of MS is unknown and no cure currently exists. And whereas the National Multiple Sclerosis Society is committed to a world free of MS, raising public knowledge about the disease and elevating the voices of those affected by it. And whereas the National MS Society has transformed what it means to live with MS and provided global leadership to speed discoveries to help achieve our vision of world free of MS. And whereas since 1946, the National Multiple Sclerosis Society has been a driving force of MS research, relentlessly pursuing prevention, treatments, and cures, and has invested more than $1 billion in groundbreaking research. And whereas funds raised through the National Multiple Sclerosis Society align worldwide resources and fuel research on pathways to MS cures. And whereas the National MS Society invests in the next generation of MS researchers through fellowships and training, leading to many breakthroughs in MS. And whereas the mission of the National Multiple Sclerosis Society is to cure MS while empowering people affected by MS to live their best lives, and is one of the Americans and New Jerseyans should support. And where the County of Sussex, New Jersey recognizes the importance of finding the cause and cures for MS and expresses its appreciation for the dedication that the National Multiple Sclerosis Society, New Jersey Metro Chapter has shown towards creating a world free of MS. Now therefore it be resolved that the Sussex Board of Chosen Commissioners, by virtue of the authority vested in me by the Constitution and the laws of the great state of New Jersey, do hereby proclaim March 8th through the 14th, 2026, an MS Awareness Week, and do commend this observance to all other citizens. We encourage all New Jerseyans to learn more about multiple sclerosis and what they can do to support multiple people living with MS. By the order of Board of Commissioners, Jill Space, Commissioner Director, Jack DeGroot, Deputy Director, and Commissioners Chris Carney, Alan Henderson, and Dave Silverthorne.
Thank
So
you.
congratulations. Is there anything you wanted to say?
Just go up to the microphone, please. Thank you.
Commissioner Carney, thank you for reading that. I think that really did a great job of explaining what MS is. So I'm gonna take a little twist this year. Rather than reiterate that, I kind of want to talk about what MS awareness is. So it's really a great chance for the 1 million people like me to share our experiences so that people better understand MS. And it's also an important opportunity to inform people about the resources and the support available to them if they're living with MS and they need a little additional help. Also a great way to encourage others, you all, to join in the fight against MS, either as volunteers, donating to fundraisers, or just supporting people you know or love who are living with MS. But the really important thing I want to mention tonight is it's a time for action. Just last night at 9:30 at night, I got off the train in Islin, returning from the National MS Society's Public Policy Conference. And at that conference, we took Capitol Hill yesterday, and we had two really important issues. One was MS specific research, but also we were requesting robust and uninterrupted funding for all biomedical research. We also were there advocating for access to comprehensive and affordable healthcare so that we can ensure that the care and treatment decisions are left to patients and their healthcare teams, not insurance companies or pharmacy benefit managers. We want to make sure that patients have the opportunity to receive the benefit of lower negotiated prescription drug costs, rebates, and prices, not the insurance companies or the pharmacy benefit managers. We want to make sure everyone, regardless of where they live, if they're in an urban area or if they're in a nice rural area like we are, that we all have access to affordable doctor's visits, prescriptions, therapies, all the things we all need for optimal health and quality of life. Many of us either already are dealing with issues, or someday we all will eventually deal with some health issues. So the value and the need for medical research and quality affordable care is really universal. And I just want to close by saying that 3 weeks ago, I was in front of the Warren County Commissioners receiving a proclamation. Last week, I was in my hometown of Byram. Yesterday, I was on Capitol Hill. And today, I feel so blessed to be here in the county that I was born and raised in, that I still live in, and that I love. And that I have the opportunity to share my experiences of living with MS with all of you. I think it's really a privilege that all of us, I don't care what else is happening in this country, that all of us need to appreciate more. And it's a gift that I don't take lightly, because I feel so fortunate to be able to come and speak with my local officials and decision makers to help them better understand the challenges and the needs of the MS community. And while I hope you all learned a little something about MS today, more than that, I really hope you're all encouraged to take action about something that you're passionate about. So from the bottom of my heart, I thank you all again for this opportunity.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Oh, they want to make me take that one.
Yeah. Permission.
Do you want it to hold it? The action?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I know. Don't mind. Oh, yeah. Yeah. I really.
Okay. Next, we have a proclamation, Take Down Tobacco National Day of Action. Accepting is Elise Knapp and Tanya Banzimer will be accepting from the Center for Prevention and Counseling. And there's also some students here from High Point and Kittatinny. Thank you. And Commissioner Silverthorne's going to read that one.
Whereas tobacco is still the #1 leading cause of preventable disease deaths in the U.S. and across the globe, and whereas the tobacco industry continues to market a wide range of addictive and harmful products, including smart electronic vaping devices with screens, games, and phone compatibility, disposable devices with pulse modes designed to deliver higher levels of nicotine, and nicotine pouches offered in a variety of flavors and nicotine strengths. And whereas the marketing and availability of these products have contributed to increased use of e-cigarettes and nicotine pouches among youth, and whereas youth tobacco rates are at a 20-year high in the U.S. due to the worsening youth e-cigarette epidemic, reversing the progress that has been made toward reducing tobacco use. And whereas Take Down Tobacco is the Campaign for Tobacco-Free Kids' signature platform for empowering people to stand up and speak out against the tobacco industry's tactics and deceive youth, and whereas the Take Down Tobacco National Day of Action is a day of activism where communities across the world rally together against the tobacco industry, reflecting on how far they have come and how far they still need to go to create the first tobacco-free generation. Now, therefore, it be resolved that the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners does hereby proclaim that April 1st, 2026 is Take Down Tobacco National Day of Action. And together with the Center of Prevention and Counseling, Tobacco Free for a Healthy NJ and Incorruptible.us recognizes that tobacco products, including e-cigarettes and nicotine pouches, contain nicotine and other harmful substances that can cause lasting health effects. And be it further resolved that the Board of County Commissioners encourages all Sussex County residents to unite in raising awareness about tobacco use in their communities and encouraging all youth to stay tobacco-free. By order of the Board of County Commissioners.
Thank you. Anyone want to say something? Welcome.
To thank you for the proclamation. As a part of Incredible, I point to prevent students from vaping and we share resources to quit. Next week, we're doing a Take Down Tobacco table and we're excited to share this proclamation.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Number 7, we have no public hearing. Next is public session from the floor. This public session is for those wishing to make a comment of 3 minutes or less regarding an agenda item. Please line up at the microphone, state your name, municipality, and agenda topic for the record. Can I get a motion to open the floor for public comment? Okay, Commissioner Carney, in a second.
Second.
Commissioner Silverthorne, any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Opposed, abstained. Okay, the floor is open for agenda topics only, please.
My name is Sierra Wilson. My residence is in Bud Lake, but I have an address in Stanhope, in Sussex County. I did notice on the agenda number 6 for proclamations pertaining to legal sexual assault.
I did forget that. That's going to be read, sorry, that's going to be read on April 1st at the college by myself and Commissioner Henderson. It's a Daisy event. So that'll be there. Sorry about that. Yeah, yes, yeah, go ahead. That'd be great.
My generation, I would wager to bet that the majority of women in this building here have been victim of sexual assault or sexual harassment, as well as many men. I did want to say, though, however, the first step in addressing Sexual Assault Awareness Month would be to not laugh, shake your head no, and speak to each other in whispered tones when a woman asks for protection in your own parking lot, especially when we came out there vulnerable and saying that she has been a victim of assault, again, in this very parking lot, as well as bringing it possibly to discussion here in the town council, or I'm sorry, the county commissioners meeting, to actually bring a proclamation. I would appreciate that. I myself am a victim of sexual assault, and this has nothing to do with the victims. It has everything to do with assault people. So that is all I have to say. And again, I would like to hold the committee in front of me accountable for laughing at young women who make note of this. Thank you.
I'm sorry, I would never laugh at a young woman that was assaulted or sexually assaulted. Never, never. Okay. Sorry, but thank you.
Regarding agenda item 24, number 7, section Fenimore complaints. As a matter relating to litigation, negotiations, and attorney-client privilege. While reviewing tonight's agenda online, this agenda item got my attention. The mention of Fenimore complaints. It is, but having fought a long battle with the state of New Jersey, the Department of Environmental Protection, and Governor Christie for a proper cleanup of Roxbury's toxic landfill, Fenimore landfill, when I saw Fenimore complaints on tonight's agenda, it compelled me to seek clarification. I do not know what Fenimore complaints on the agenda refers to specifically, but if it is in reference to Fenimore landfill, since I am well aware of the toxicity of what is buried there, this may be a matter of public safety. So in the interest of public safety, I urge you to reveal the nature of these Fenimore complaints tonight when you return from executive session. All of the toxic substances that are now buried at Fenimore landfill should have been dug up and trucked out of the community, but that would have been too expensive. So Chris Christie had NJDEP draw up a fictional toxic exposure map, and he used it to scare everybody into letting him leave all the toxic stuff in there and install a cap with an incinerator to burn off the gases that the toxins emit, which to this day, over 10 years later, I think it's over 11 now, is still there burning gases off. And they're trucking trucks full of toxic water off that site that contain all the particulates that that unit collects through that community every week to this day. So if this is a matter of public safety and these Fenimore complaints have anything to do with the landfill, I urge you to be transparent.
Answer some questions real quick?
Sure.
Sorry. First time ever hearing of a Fenimore landfill. Where was that? So it's not related to that, but I will tell you what it is because it's a matter of public record. They're filed.
The Fenimore landfill's in Roxbury.
Okay. Do you know the names of the Fenimore family members that ran the Fenimore?
I do not know their name. I think one of them was Frank.
Okay.
Frank Fenimore.
So it's not that. It doesn't have to do with the Fenimore landfill. It's a property owner dispute between members of a Fenimore complaining about pollution, ironically complaining about pollution on another property.
That will put the
So-
community of Roxbury.
Yeah, but I appreciate you
Thank you.
mentioning the landfill. And do you know when that litigation went on or when the DEP actions were? You said 10 years ago.
Yeah.
They were all public record?
Yeah. Which were pretty much 50.
Thank you very, very much.
Anyone else on agenda topics only? Can I get a motion to close the floor for public comment? Okay, Commissioner Silverthorne and a second from Commissioner Henderson. Any discussion? All in favor? Aye. Opposed, abstain. Okay, Linda, you're up.
Resolution providing an executive closed session not open to the public in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12 et sec. Whereas the subject matters about to be discussed may be excluded from the public portion of the meeting by resolution of the Board of County Commissioners as an exception to the Open Public Meetings Act pursuant to NJSA 10:4-12B, and whereas it appears necessary for the Board of County Commissioners to discuss such matters in executive session. Now therefore, be it resolved that the Board of County Commissioners of the County of Sussex, in accordance with the provisions of NJSA 10:4-12B and NJSA 10:4-13, that the board at this time enter into an executive session from which the public shall be excluded, and be it further resolved that the general nature of the subjects to be discussed relate to the following items authorized by NJSA 10:4-12B as designated below. Number 6, matters relating to public safety and property, the Newton Green. Number 7, matters relating to litigation, negotiations, and the attorney-client privilege, Fenimore complaints, labor agreement, and insurance. Be it further resolved that the deliberations conducted in closed session may be disclosed to the public upon the determination of the Sussex County Board of County Commissioners, or provided by law that the public interest will no longer be served by such confidentiality. And be it further resolved that upon completion of the business for which the board has entered into the executive session, the board shall reconvene and resume its meeting open to the public. And be it further resolved that the board expects to take formal action after returning from executive session, except to adjourn the regular meeting.
Thank you. Can I get a motion to adopt the executive session resolution and enter into executive session?
So moved.
Thank you,
Second.
Commissioner Henderson, and a second was that Commissioner Deputy DeGroot. Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Oppose? Abstain? Okay, motion carried. I'll be right there as soon as I.